start with the pledge to the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Nominations are now open for moderator. Someone would like to make a motion?
I nominate Tracy. Anybody second that?
I second that.
Who seconded it? I'm sorry.
Beth
Beth.
Canaro.
Beth, sorry. Any others?
I nominate Lyle.
I'll second.
Any other nominations? You want to vote by show of hands, or you want to vote ballot? Matter?
Your call.
Okay, for Tracy, all those for Tracy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And all those for Lyle? 5, 6, 7, 8. Just sign in if you would.
You want fries?
Yeah, it's not much, but yeah. We'll- Okay, do another thing for Lyle, just to make sure I got the count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay. So that means Tracy is the
Alright.
moderator.
How you doing, bud?
Please sign in.
Sorry.
Turn her down lower if you need.
Jason.
Thank you.
Come on in.
I need, if you guys would sign in for me. Okay, thank you. Did you sign in? Oh, she signed in. Okay, is everybody signed in? Or spousal signed in, or whatever? I'm okay with that too.
You sign in, Tony?
As long as everybody's signed in. Okay. So Tracy's the moderator.
So moderator, what does that mean?
You're in charge of the meeting.
Okay.
You know, while the annual town meeting runs?
Nope.
Okay. There is nothing on the agenda,
Okay.
so there's no votes that can be taken. At this point in time, the only thing that can be done is public comments, like at any other meeting, and Lyle can present the financial report.
Okay.
And I think the highway report we have also.
So I just go around the room and ask for public comment?
That, yeah, however you want to do it.
Okay. Start with Shelby.
Why don't you let me do my report? 'Cause
Perfect.
someone might have a question,
You go ahead with your report.
otherwise, okay. I'll start off with the annual treasurer's report. This will be published in the paper. It's also on the billboard outside. I'll go through, just highlight things. I won't read every line. Our general assistance fund started out at $24,072, ended up at $24,457. All we had was interest, income, no expenses. Move on to the town fund, we started at 96,257. We ended up at 95,844. So we lost $400. Everything pretty straightforward, similar to the previous year. Our expenditures was just a little bit less than the previous year. Well, not a little less, our wages were higher, but our other expenditures were at the bare minimum, I would say. So we ended up losing around $400. So move on to the road and bridge. We started out at $412,038. Ended up at $399,710. So we lost around 12,000, a little over 12,000, which is an improvement. I think the year before we lost about 40,000. So we done a little better this year. We had a lot of salaries on the road and bridge because we had Jerry Shepherd had his crew working the last 2 months, and then Adam took over and had his crew, so we had some extra employees on the payrolls, it turned out, and everything else was real straightforward on our expenses. Main expenses was the road oiling, the extra road oiling we did. We ended up paying about $45,000 to Harmon Brothers Trucking and $62,000 for oil. So we blew over $100 grand in oiling roads. So that was our biggest kicker in that fund. So move on to the equipment and building fund. Started out at $170,865. We had interest income of $4,364. Ended up at $175,230. So we gained $4,300 in interest. We had no expenses. We bought no equipment. Move on to the bridge fund, which is our culverts. Anyone puts in a culvert in that category. We started out at $19,900. We ended up at $25,330. So we gained about a little over $5,000 in that fund. Revenue was property tax that came from the road and bridge, and we sold a couple culverts to people, and interest, and our expenses was the culverts that we bought, and Harmon Brothers Trucking for putting in the culverts. And that is how we rounded out. That's all I've got on that.
Okay.
And I can go over, we got the Highway Commissioner's Annual Report on the Bridge Fund, Equipment and Building Fund, and the Road and Bridge Fund. But basically it is all the same material I just went through in the other funds. The only difference would be the Highway Commissioner lists all of his equipment, and that is the main difference. If you'd like me, I can go through the equipment for everyone. We can do that, so everyone knows what equipment we have.
Can we pass it around, or?
Yeah, we can. I'll pass it around afterwards. Or I could lay it out on tables. We got a 2000 International Tandem truck. Had that quite a while. It's in pretty good shape. We got a 98 International Tandem. It would be the red one. The other Tandem is the white one, if you see them going around. It's in pretty good shape too. We got a 2003 Kenworth. It's a single axle. It's a white one, I do believe. We've got a 1987 John Deere 670B grader. It's in good shape, operational shape. We've got a 2002 Super M case backhoe in operational shape. We got a nice trailer. It's a 2023 SureTrack trailer, 28 foot long, I believe. Gooseneck. It's a single hitch, yeah, pedal hitch, yeah. We got snow plows, we got 4 older snow plows, they all work. We got a spreader conveyor that goes on the back of the truck, it spreads rock. We got a 100-gallon sprayer with a Honda motor. And we've got 2 chainsaws, both of them used, a 14-inch and a 20-inch bars, they're steels. And a pole saw, that's a steel pole saw, one of those. And that's their list of equipment. Besides the townhouse, we have this townhouse. So that's all I got. If you want to start around the room and anyone got questions on any of this, just fire away.
Okay, on public comment? Shelby? On right now. Trent? Solutions? Jason?
What did we ever figure out about the gates on Dutch Lane? Did anybody come up with anything on that? Are we gonna continue to leave them gates there, or?
The gates are gonna stay. I'm in the process of working with landowners that own the property that touches the main roads. We're gonna work on seeing if the people that own the property farther back, see if they can get legal easements. If everybody's okay with it, say just for instance, Josh Stone gives easement to Razor and the Vanetti and the Phillipses, and everybody else to cross their property, their road will be vacated. It will be turned back over to the landowners.
Good.
You're just talking about shutting it all the way down.
Yep, it'll be vacated and returned to the landowners as long as the people that own the property.
But there's gotta be an easement to us on the inside.
Yep,
So who's gonna do all the paperwork for that?
it'll be on the landowners to have a mutual agreement to, whether it's a handshake or they draw up a piece of paper and they all sign it, or they wanna go to a lawyer and do it, that's gonna be on them. I'm just gonna throw it out there to the people if they're willing to do it.
For you to vacate a road, you should have a survey. I mean, that's the way
Doesn't have to
it
be
is.
surveyed.
Cause they gotta know where their property lines are.
It doesn't have to be surveyed. No, there
Okay.
doesn't have to be any survey. We have to have a public hearing. Whoever can come to that, but there could be 100 people there. The only people that can
Who
contest,
says it doesn't?
the county.
Okay.
The only people that can
The
contest,
engineer, what?
County
Is he
engineer.
a surveyor?
no, but he's a county supervisor.
Alright.
I mean, I would think he would know what he's talking about. And I spoke to IDOT about it.
I've spoke to him many a time.
I
You know
spoke
what,
to
you know what I used to do?
Yes, I know
mean,
you used to be a surveyor, but
yes, so,
what IDOT told me is the same people have owned that property for over 50 years. Everybody ought to know where their property lines are at. That's exactly what IDOT told me.
okay.
So, I'm just saying, I'm gonna lay out the groundwork to the individuals that own the property. If they're willing to do it, fine and dandy. If they're not, we're not gonna, obviously, we can't vacate it.
Yeah.
So everybody has to be in agreement. So if one agrees and the other one don't, we
No.
can vacate it.
Yeah, just one person disagrees, they can't.
No. The only, if one person that
They can go
owns,
out and petition.
no, if one person that owns property down there does not want the road shut down, that's the only person that can contest the closure. But if I got everybody in agreement to give them a legal easement,
Okay.
it's a done deal. There could be 100 people show up and say, you don't want that road closed. At the end of the day, it's my decision as long as everybody has access to their property.
As of right now, we're talking from the bridge west, not to the bridge east. The bridge east
All of this,
will still remain
Which
open,
bridge are you talking?
the old
The
bridge.
Big Wabash.
The river bridge?
Yeah. Unless everyone on that side of the river wants to close that part too, then we'll deal with that later down the road.
Say we can close it in sections. We can,
Yeah, we can do it, that part
Then don't
later.
you have to go and talk to EJ and the phone and all that stuff too, cause they got, EJ's through there, then the phone line's through there. Cause they got a right of way on us going through there too.
What's
How's
your problem,
that-
Cody?
How's that gonna
What
work
is your
with,
problem?
with that? I mean, I'm just curious.
I don't know, that wasn't mentioned from
Obviously.
IDOT.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, cause EJ goes through on the north side of the road, all the way down through there. And then on the south side, right now, is the phone line goes through there.
Well, Well,
Yeah.
technically EJ should already own a right of way.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know how
They
it
should,
works,
you know,
so.
EJ should have their own right of way, it's not on the township right
No,
away.
it's right on the north side of the ditch.
So they
down to
should,
there, yeah.
that shouldn't affect anything.
All right, I
As
just,
far as communications, I honestly don't know.
yeah, they just, I don't know, I just know that there's a couple, that there is a phone line through there, I think, and stuff, but I guess that's up to the landowners, if we close it, you know, we'll just have to let them down there if they need to go,
Yeah.
you know.
And that, I mean, that would be the case, right? You
Yeah.
know, right now, because technically, yeah, they're on the township right away till they get to that first old creek. Well, then they're technically to go around, they're on Josh Stone's property. They're not
Well,
on,
actually on Razor's property.
or Razors, yeah, I guess that is far enough
Yeah.
east, yeah.
That's on the north side, on the east side of the first culvert, so that's right through there.
So I guess, why would we go to all that trouble and not just ask Razor to take the gate down? Would that not be a simpler solution, or is he not agreeing to take it down?
Because
He does not want the gate down
He
at
said he
all.
didn't want it down.
And I don't know that anybody else that owns property down there wants the gate down. I
See, at first it made, made us mad, because we had Josh Stone and Razor coming up to us every time we were down there, acting like they were the boss of the whole bottom.
Mhm.
That's why I didn't like it at first. But now, it ain't so bad now, cause, I mean, if I went through there, I'll get through there one way or another. I mean, cut the gate down or whatever, if I have to, but we used to have 30 to 40 four-wheelers in groups down there every weekend. And I see Razor's pointing away because people were dumping trash on him. Trucks were mudding up his field and tearing up shit back when he farmed it. So I'm on the fence either way, just 'cause it has slowed the traffic down and keeping our ground from getting tore up so much.
I mean, it doesn't affect me whatsoever. To me, everybody I talk to thinks it's a good thing. And as far as we were told, is that everybody that owned property down there has a key to the gate. So like you say, if you need to, if you need to go in there, you guys have a key.
Yeah, it's never even locked. 90% of the time it's not locked.
I didn't even.
I think you can go down there right now, it ain't even locked.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, like, the lock only keeps an honest person out. I mean,
Yeah.
anybody can bring a grinder.
all you gotta do is
and
bring a
set bolt
grinder or a
cutter.
bolt cutter, you
Yeah.
want through the son of a bitch, you can go through it,
Yeah. And the worst part about it is even if we take that gate down, what are you gaining? Not even a quarter of a mile till you get to the old little creek bridge?
Yeah.
And then you're technically trespassing right there.
Yep, cause
So-
you can't get off through the side.
Anybody that wants to go to the river, they're honestly better off to come in from the east side. Yeah, it might be rutted up more, but if you can make it, you can drive all the way down to it without trespassing.
And you're right on that, yeah.
But then you get there and say, this is the bridge, this is all that Jackson Township owns, maybe a little bit wider. Say you wanna go fishing, you walk this way, you're trespassing.
Yeah. So many feet from the center of the road,
Yeah. I don't know exactly what that one is, but
Well, they most time 30 foot or something like
usually
that.
15 foot off the center
Yeah,
normally. So that's what, taking the gate down accomplishes nothing in my
Yeah,
eyes.
Yeah. I
As
mean,
long
like I
as,
said,
as
I'm
long
off
as the
the
people that
fence.
need there,
I'm on it for either way,
Yeah.
cause it has helped us, cause our tree program has, USDA has complained about trails one time to that and everything and stuff. We're like, well, you can't really help that. We're not gonna sit down there and police it 24/7 and try to keep people out,
Yeah.
it's impossible.
and you put, there used to be signs, before the gate.
And now-
Road closed during wet conditions,
They
road
tore them
closed
all
to no
down
traffic.
there,
They just tear them down.
No trespassing signs don't work either.
No,
But-
no. So that's the plan going forward. Like I said, I'm gonna mention it, like I said, I'm gonna have a meeting with Josh Stone. I'm gonna start on the west side, work my way back. If we can come to an agreement and he's willing to give easements to people to get back there.
Well, when you meet with Josh, we'll just all meet together.
Yeah.
Cause I'd meet with Josh and just I'd give him my number
Yeah.
and we'll just talk all together at the same time.
Yep, I'm fine with that. I think that's gonna be the easiest path forward. And
Yeah.
then, cause going over it with the county and IDOT, if we was to ever, for whatever reason, say Jackson Township won the lottery or something, to have enough money to open that road, you're gonna have to buy more easement anyways to make the road back. So it would be almost better off to start scratch, is how they told me. Which, yes, that road would be awesome if it was there, but I don't ever see the money coming from the state or from anybody money to pay for that.
No.
Millions and millions and
Yeah,
millions of dollars.
to build the bridges right.
Yeah.
And everything. Either way, it's gonna flood out anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah,
Any other comments?
that's where we're at with that.
Okay. Well, yeah, my biggest thing is, I mean, if, that just means that we can all go start putting up gates wherever we want.
As long as there's no money collected off the road. That road is not.
But you said back in January, Lyle said it in one of the meetings, that Dutch Land on the other side, they wanted to work on and put a gate up. You said absolutely no gates on the roads.
No, they wanted to put a fence up, not a gate, a fence.
I thought it was a gate.
No, it was a
Lyle said.
It was a
What
fence.
fence?
It was a fence.
They were, wasn't that,
Technically, that's what Razor should do. If he didn't want people on him, he should
Well,
put a fence
I heard
up
that,
to keep
they
them
talking
off his
about
property.
putting a fence in.
yeah, they were wanting to put a fence up.
Well, whenever I listened to it, it just said gate, you just can't obstruct the way of the roadway, which, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, you can, in all duty, I talked to him after all that went down, he did what, I think he did what he was going to do. I haven't been down there to check, he just told me he wasn't gonna put it across the road, he was gonna go down the edge of the road to keep him from going around bud holes that is on his property.
I don't even know if they've done anything yet.
So he called me right after,
Well, they
like,
did.
we had that meeting on Thursday, he called me on Friday.
Cause I went over there when I heard that, and we all on the south, on the north side there too.
Yeah,
And, which they got a little bit on the north side that goes into us and on our hayfields and stuff. But, I went over to check, but there wasn't nothing done or anything.
and so he's like, he goes, I don't wanna get the wrong feeling that we were gonna put something across the road, he goes, we were gonna be on our property along the road, just to keep people from avoiding mud holes and driving on their property.
Cause I talked to, well, their mom, Nancy, about one time, cause we use their hayfield as access to our hayfield. And I talked to them about, taking our own money and fixing the road down to our entrance. But we don't want that because Nancy don't want, she lives back there by herself, don't want all the people down there partying like they used to all the time and stuff and bothering her and everything and stuff, all hours of the night, so.
But now what the side-by-sides doing stuff, they cut their hayfield and then they go down to your hayfield to get to the river.
Oh, really?
Since that road is so bad, oh yeah.
Well, I ain't
We
been
caught
over.
them, we'll go out and yell at them,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I'll have to go over and look.
Yeah, since that road
is.
is so bad, so I guess we just need to put a gate up there too.
Because, if they're using our hayfields all the time, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been back, if you see mine, but mine's sitting out here. So if you see mine or a red one, it's us or my son going back there, checking on our hay, but I'll have to look into that.
But yeah, no, that, I mean, as long as it's not an MFT road, I mean, if it's a closed or unpassable road, I mean, as long as you're not denying anybody that owns property access. That's how I feel about it.
Anything to say?
Anything?
My next, the equipment the township owns, where does that live at? Do you guys have like a shed or?
We don't have no sheds, no.
Okay,
It's all my property.
okay. I was just wondering, I'm ignorant to the whole situation, so.
Yeah. It's been a process of, I mean, Jerry had tried to, they started working years ago to try to purchase property in the neighborhood, to try to stay centrally located in Jackson. That way you got your rock storage and everything kind of in the middle for whenever you're dispersing all your rock and your oil, and just haven't ever come up with anything. I mean, it's all still in the works. I mean, we're constantly looking. Just trust me, I'd rather not have that stuff sitting on my
I wouldn't
driveway.
if I was you,
I'm sorry, your name?
Andrew Dial.
I should have remembered, you were the first one that signed my paper.
Yeah, I signed it for some reason.
Well, I can read it. I just wanted to make sure I had the right people. with the right
That goes
paper.
way, way, way back. It's not the first time our equipment's been at the road commissioner.
It's always been, hasn't it? I mean, back
We've
when-
never had any place to keep it. Jerry Shepherd kept it at his place, Les Holland kept it at his place, and on back down.
Bob McCain, I mean.
Yeah, they all kept it at their place. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Because we didn't have any place to keep it. I mean, this is all we got right here.
Beth, anything?
No.
Hi, I'm Richard Canarum. Pass it that way, please. I'm Richard Canarum. Some of you know me as Jason, some of you know me as Dick. In this pamphlet here, I have the definition of the highway code. It's under the 605. It does say what a public road is. It doesn't matter if it's a trail. It is still a public highway. In the first page, you're gonna see what the violations are on this. It is prohibited to put up things across the road. And they cannot put no trespassing signs on the road. The only people that can put signs on the road is our road commissioner. He does have a duty. Anything in this law, 605, that is what he is mandated to take care of, 605 ILC 5. There's plenty of subsections in my paperwork here. Anything that says shall, it means you have to do it. And if he doesn't take down the stuff within 10 days, it will be a fine starting at like $50. On the second page, you will find the criminal obstructions, the GSI map and everything else that I have in this pamphlet that shows that this is a public road. And then if you go down to part 2 on the second page, that would be the criminal offenses that is put up by the person that put the gate up. There's quite a few of those there too. On the third page, you'll find all the case law that says that you cannot just block off a road. There's 3 of them in that page. And I did give Adam notice to take down that fence back in January. He was supposed to do that. Here is the picture of the gate with the no trespassing signs, the camera to harass the people trying to go down there to make sure that they don't go. The next page will be the GSI map that says it's public right of way. And that is put by the county. We do have the maintenance map on here. It is marked in blue. So there again, it shows it is a recognized public road. Then I have some an email here from Deb. It's one of my FOIA requests. So stated in the video that I posted a little bit ago that you've probably seen that we had this nice discussion. Well, that property was never given back to the property owners. So it is ours, the township. Then there's another page back here. This is actually what I gave to Adam. He was supposed to act on that. He never did. It's been over 3 months now. That's pretty much neglect. The 605 code, 605-9, I printed it big in case anybody doesn't have glasses like I do. So that is the law that is prohibiting anybody from putting anything on that road. No fences, no gates, nothing. And that should be about 4 pages on that. So with all that being said, I would actually like to make a motion. I moved for the electors of Jackson Township to adopt a resolution directing the highway commissioner to remove the illegal gate and no trespassing signs for Dutch Lane within 10 days. As confirmed by the township clerk and the records for this road, it was never vacated. Under 605 LCS 5/9-117 is unlawful to obstruct the public highway with any gate. The road commissioner has a mandatory duty to keep this road open for public. I think I missed something here. All right, and then we go back to the 1099s that wasn't issued for rock storage. So that has been a verbal handshake type of thing for 13 years, I believe. The first year they did not need to issue 1099s because I believe the payment was $500, but after that it got over the $600 limit. He's supposed to be getting 1099s for the entire time. So I would actually like to make a motion. Actually, can we have anybody second my motion for the removal?
I'll second.
Jeff seconds it.
So,
So can we take a vote on that?
Be up to
You
who's
cannot
running the
vote tonight, there was nothing on the agenda. If there is no agenda posted and given to us by March 1st, you do not get to vote on anything at the annual town meeting. It has to be on the agenda.
The workaround, if the issue is not on the agenda, you can still bring it up, but it is usually required 3/5, 60% of the vote for the people to present to add this to the emergency or miscellaneous item of the discussion.
Okay. You say this has been going on for months? that's not an emergency situation.
All right.
If you wanted it, it needed to be on the town meeting agenda. You are very particular about what's on the agenda, what's not, and how things are done, and it needed to be on the agenda.
If you say so, okay.
No, that's what you said. Everything needs to be properly done, so it needed to be on the agenda.
Okay. All right. So I guess we need 1099s to be issued. I guess that's all I have to say.
Mitch?
Nothing right now.
Next. Tyler, Steve?
I've said what I need to say. I can say more, but we're not.
Cody?
Yeah, we ever discussed any more about the culverts on
Yeah.
650th?
I've been out there again to look at it. The county still has never acknowledged that it was on the list to be repaired. So they were gonna come out and do an assessment on it for the reshaping on the north side, like what you're talking about. You know, you're wanting to redo your fence to be able to reshape that for the water drainage, so it's not shooting so far out into your guys' property. We're gonna
So
put
the
it
county
over.
ain't been out there, is what you're saying?
Yeah. They've never called me if they've been there.
Okay.
Mark Max.
I thought you talked to the engineer about it. We talked about this like 3 months ago, something like that?
Yeah, I talked to Greg Custer, I
Yeah.
talked to Mark Maxiden, I talked to Dave Bushu. Dave Bushu said that Mark would go out and look at it and he would let me know what they thought and come up with a plan. I've never been called back.
Okay.
Have you followed up with them?
I haven't reached out to him, I mean, Mark's a busy guy. I mean, it's not washing out the road. That's my main concern.
They're undermined, and I was told by the county that they came out and looked at it when Jerry Shepherd was, and that's what we kind of discussed. We was like, well, I don't know where these 3 culverts really go. I said, well, maybe they go on my road.
And I talked to him.
So, are those 3 culverts on my road, or is that somewhere where they go?
There's no, whenever I took over, I asked Scott, I said, where do these culverts go? He said, they're extras.
Okay.
There was-
I'm just saying that I have talked with the county, and they said that that they had their guys out there, and it's all getting undermined,
the
it's all
south-
rotted on the bottom.
The south end of it.
That's what we discussed on the phone.
Yeah, the south end of it is rotted out, but it's starting to eat away just a little bit at that south end. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on, we have to come up with a plan, because we have to go back out into the property farther south to slow the water down, put in an oversized culvert, and then reshape it.
Right, and that's why we was gonna try to give you guys dirt and everything, but, I mean, we need a capital, like I said, we're gonna build a fence in there.
I understand, if you wanna build new fence, build new fence.
And then we ain't gonna give you guys the dirt, is
If
all
we
I'm
have to
saying.
tear out your fence, we'll put it back when we're done. I mean, that's, I can't
Well-
move any faster
I'm just, okay.
unless they give me a plan of what we're gonna do.
Is it a county road or
No, it's a
Huh?
township road.
It's a township road.
what the hell do we own equipment for? The county's gonna do it.
The county's not going to do it.
Oh.
What's the county got to do with it?
They'll set up the water drainage plan, tell you what size of culvert, so you don't have the water backing up, you don't have the restriction. Cause it's blowing out the water 8 foot out into their property and just blowing a big hole in the bottom.
So we need county engineer to.
I'm just gonna tell you that it's gonna be pretty bad here, pretty soon. I mean,
I was just out there 3 days ago and looked at it, Cody, it's not that bad.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
The one out in front of Trent's house is undermining and washing on the south side, worse than that one is.
When are you gonna fix that?
I got the culvert ordered.
So,
I don't have it, I
Next
mean,
month.
just whenever the culvert comes in and I have time.
building measures in that road.
On the main road,
Yeah. I'm about to eat the sidewalls off my tires trying to drive down there.
it's a narrow road.
follow-ups?
I'd say,
We hear from everyone?
in the last year, has there been any change to like care of rock roads as far as the plan or official? Cause you know, you always hear rumors. So I was just gonna ask if there's like been any official change in how rock roads are taken care of, or if there's any that have been, you know, that you've deemed you're not gonna take care of or something like that.
No, we haven't
Okay.
changed anything.
We oiled a lot more rock roads this year, I think, didn't you?
No, not rock roads.
I mean,
The dead ends.
roads that didn't get oiled in the past.
As far as a rock road, I mean, I obviously don't go out and drive around and drive every one of them, but if somebody, like, a while back down past Cody's to Canes, they had to use that back road that comes around because the creek was out. They contacted me and said, hey, we, you know, got some pretty good washboard in it, potholes. I went out there and run the road grader up and down it. We put 28 ton of rock on that road last year and you couldn't tell. I mean, if you come across a rock road like that, if you live on one or something, I mean,
Well,
do my best to plow them, you know, when the snow was on and.
yeah, you did plow ours, which I appreciated, which we don't always get in the past. I've been maintaining 1075th on my own, but I realize I've never asked for anything either, so
Yeah.
it's just,
I mean, as far as getting more rock on it, you know, I mean, we do our best to keep them graded down and
Shepherd rocked the shit out of it right before he got done, so.
so, you know, fill potholes in when needed the best we can.
Yeah, I just running, so just, that's just basically a contact you issue.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily monitoring it, you just, need to be advised.
Yeah, I mean, I try to go out and drive, I mean, if I put 50 miles a week on my vehicle, I mean, that's on the small side usually if I'm out driving around, whether it's checking culverts, people have called, clogged up or wanting replaced ones or, you know, rock roads, stuff like that.
Okay.
Nicer weather now, a lot of times I use my side by side, but yeah.
Alright.
When do they start patching the roads? Is that right before the oil?
Month or two before.
I didn't know this. Some of the waivers.
A lot of them ain't, they're not even making patch yet. I mean, some of them are just getting fired up on that.
Did you by chance look at that culvert at Mom's?
Yeah, I got yours ordered too.
Okay. I'm saying it's getting pretty bad every time I pull in there and drop that dang tire off, cause I gotta hang so wide.
Yeah, I think it's right where I
Join or something.
think
yes.
they joined it together there years ago.
Yeah, I'd say they did, because I just left it open. Because I was like, well, that way you can see it if he's gonna come by there and look
I
at it.
came up there, last time it rained, that Sunday or whatever. I drove up there right after it got done raining and looked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got, 5 or 6 culverts ordered right now.
So you bring it there, I'll put it in.
And that's up to you.
I'll put it in, just bring me rock. Many X's there.
Any other comments? Suggestions? Complaints? What's next?
Adjourn if nobody has anything, I guess, if we don't have anything else. There was no additions or corrections to Lyle's financial stuff, right?
On the equipment, you didn't have the salt spreader on there, did you?
It's not worth $200. I just listed items supposedly worth $200, and the salt spreader's basically junk. According to Adam, I shouldn't say that. Adam works with.
It's pretty rusted out. I mean, it was so much hit or miss this year that one time you try to use it, it worked, next time it wouldn't. I mean, all the supports are all rusted out on it.
What happened to that plastic one they had?
That's the one that they still got. All the steel underneath it and around the spreader and all that's just rusted out.
Well, if it left salt in it, it must set for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it just gets so abused. I mean, just the salt sitting on it while it's in the winter time.
So that's something we'll probably look at for next year, replacing, hopefully.
There was one other thing I had, I was here last meeting. You said last meeting, in the building and equipment fund, there was only 56,000 in there.
That is in the checking account. The CD, I don't add on the CDs.
Oh, okay.
So with the CDs, it's not the exact figure because interest changes every
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
So I just put the checking accounts on that statement.
Okay, I was just wondering about that, because
Yeah.
I was like, back in April of last year, there was 170,000, and then I was
Yep.
at the meeting and it said 56, and I'm like, where'd that money go?
Yeah, good question. I should
I mean,
clarify that, but yeah.
I guess you should say that there's other than the CDs or whatever.
Right, the balances I give is in our checking accounts, the CD
Okay.
are extra.
Okay, it just didn't make sense to me, and I was like, well, that was a lot more there than I
Yeah,
thought.
yep.
So do I adjourn then?
You asked for a motion to adjourn.
Can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
My second.
Okay, I missed the first one, sorry.
I didn't get a first one, who did the first
Oh,
one?
I did, you're first,
I'm
okay. All I heard was Richard, but I didn't hear a first. I'll put you down as first.
I'll second it.
Okay, Mitch. Okay, the annual town meeting is adjourned.